What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, we got to talk about a little update to the Elder Scrolls 6. So this is not surprising, and that's kind of the headline, right, for all of these news stories, all talking about the same thing, but this is not shocking in the slightest. I do have a question. I want to kind of walk myself through it, see if you guys have any opinions on it. But what we have is two different things. Number one, it looks like Elder Scrolls 6 is skipping the PS5. That is absolutely not shocking. And it's not coming until at least 2026. And this comes from a little chart, a little diagram here we got. And this is part of the court case. So this stuff is solid. This stuff I don't think is changing at all. You got the Deathloop, Ghostwire Tokyo, Fallout, etc. of the world. And then you get to the far right, and that's where things get more interesting, right? Where Starfield, Redfall, and Elder Scrolls 6. Those three games all have those beautiful red X's on the PlayStation side, released on PlayStation. No green check marks, red X's. And of course, it's got the release date kind of window. I guess it is specific depending on which game you're looking at. And for Elder Scrolls, it says TBC, but expected 2026 or later. And in terms of which year Elder Scrolls comes out on, you either have to go based off of certain filings in the court. You can sometimes listen to Phil Spencer, but a lot of the answers tend to kind of vary. It's either probably going to be 2027 or 2028. Now, this says 2026, but again, it's 2026 or later. I don't think there's a chance in hell that we're getting this game in 3 years from now. I just absolutely can't imagine that happening. So I think 2027 or 2028. And again, the PS5 thing is not shocking. You can argue it, you can debate it, you can talk about it, but it's not shocking that it's not happening. Now, the only thing I want to throw in, and this is not to cause controversy, this is an honest kind of question that I feel like this almost helps or backs up. So, you know, when Phil Spencer oftentimes says like the whole more corporate talk, right? There's like the Phil Spencer that's the more kind of like down to earth, like he talks to the consumer almost as a consumer. And then there's also the corporate side of him. And whenever he gets asked about these future games, he always goes more corporate, where he says, well, we haven't decided, or it's a case-by-case. I mean, that's normally the one he says, right? Where it's a case-by-case basis, and they kind of like figure it out. The question that I have is, I think for the longest time, we all thought when he says that, when he says this is a case-by-case basis, we don't know, that's obviously a lie. Like, that's flat out a lie, because they already have decided, but maybe he has to say that because of the stuff happening with the court case, right? And that's what I've been saying. I think that's what a lot of people have been saying for a while. So my question is just simply this. Because this diagram or chart or whatever you want to call it was part of the court case and all of these different things, why does he have to say that? Like, if when they're going into this battle, and Sony knows this, Microsoft knows this, the FTC knows this, right? Like, when all of these companies know that it's clear as day. It's literally clear as day, and it's also now in documents, legal documents, that Elder Scrolls is not going to be on PS5. When you have all that set in stone, why do you have to still say the corporate stuff when you're asked on Kind of Funny or, you know, name your podcast that he's on, right? And that's not, again, I'm not like dissing him or going after him. I simply kind of want to know that because this stuff is legally like submitted, why is it such a secret that you have to say, well, we haven't really, you know, maybe not. Like, we don't really know. Why do you say that? Can't you just say, nope, it's not on PS5? Like, yeah, you may look a little, you know, it may look like an antagonistic thing, or it might not look amazing when you're in the but you're being honest, and you're just flat out, you're also saying what everybody already knows. And now you know it legally, but you, for some reason, don't say it out loud. So I don't know. That's the only thing I just kind of wanted to throw my 2 cents. And maybe you guys know the answer to that question. You can, of course, let me know in the comments. So make sure you guys are subscribed, bell icon turned on. Thank you, as always, for watching this video, and I hope to see you all on the next one.